Hi, I'm Tiffany Johannes with RE/MAX Executive and Charlotte Home Experts. Today we are here with Beds for Kids. It's one of my favorite organizations in our Charlotte region, and we are delighted to welcome the Executive Director, Malcolm Graham, and Kevin Warren from Beds for Kids. Malcolm, I know that you guys do an incredible job in the community. You've been around, you have made a huge difference in our community. For those that might not know what Beds for Kids are, can you give us just a quick rundown so that everyone can get up to speed pretty quickly? And we can talk about what you guys are doing this year to make a difference.
Thank you, Tiffany, and thank you for the opportunity to be here with you this afternoon. Beds for Kids' mission is simple. We provide furniture and essential service furnishings to families in need. In essence, we are a furniture bank, and we work with families in our community who come to us by way of 38 referring agencies that identify these families who are just lacking the furnishing that they need. About 10 years ago, our founding members went and delivered a furniture to a couple that moved out a hotel into a home. And he realized then that there were thousands of families throughout the communities that were experiencing the same thing, that they had a house, but they didn't have a home. And so over the last 10 years, the organization has fulfilled this mission by providing furnishings, whether it's a bed frame, mattress, a side table, end table, kitchen set, sofa, to create homes for family in our community. And especially now that we're in this national public health crisis, where we're asking families to quarantine in place, now more than ever, it's really important that the mission that we provide, that we accomplish. And so with individuals like Kevin working with me, our board of directors, our staff, we get gently used furniture from the community at large so they can donate furniture to us. We get furnishing also from institutions and corporations. And then we refurbish those furniture, send them back to the community, to those families. And so we like to say that we make a house a home.
That is incredible. Thank you for what you guys do. I know it makes a huge difference to the many families and children throughout our region that may have a house but need a home, need a bed to sleep on, need a table to eat at, and to have that connection. So I know you guys are doing a lot. I love what you're doing with Put 2020 to Bed. Tell me a little bit more about that, and then we'll get into details as to how people can volunteer, donate, and help you make a difference in our community. But I love your slogan, Put 2020 to Bed. That hashtag's incredible.
Well, thank you very much. And Kevin and my team kind of came up with that. And when I saw it for the first time, I said, wow, this is impactful. Every year, last year we had a 1,000-bed challenge. And again, going to the community saying, hey, this is who we are. This is how you can pour into our mission to help us out. And this year we kind of say, you know what, we're going to double that. We're going to do 2020. 2020 has been such a rough year for so many families in our community that we thought the best way to do it is put 2020 to bed. So we're outreaching to the community over a 60-day span to pour into our organization by donating furniture, but more importantly, dollars so that we can buy the necessary items that we need to support our families. The drive started on November 1st. It ends December 31st. We got a big week next week as we celebrate Giving Tuesday, which is a big event throughout the city. So our 2020 campaign is a way for families and institutions and our supporters to provide the type of financial support to support our initiatives. There are a number of levels that individuals can give to support our initiative. They can go to our website at www.bedsforkids.org. There's a homepage there that lists all the instructions in terms of what a family can do to support us financially on the different levels that we have. But we're really excited about the campaign. Thus far, 20 days into it, we're doing extremely well, but we still got a lot more work to do. And so we're just, outreaching to the community, hoping that you will support what we're doing and help us put 2020 to bed.
That is incredible. I think we all can agree we need to put 2020 to bed. And with that goal, you've got until December 31st, and you're looking for the financial donations as well as beds and furniture for the home. Kevin, tell us a little bit about what you do on a day-to-day basis to move forward with Beds for Kids and get things moving, from what I heard earlier.
Yeah, thank you, Tiffany. And I guess before I talk anything about volunteers or anything, I should say my mask is with my keys for when I leave. And here's my, I'm going to take your temperature. So there you go.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah. Safety is the big thing. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. No, we've been real. As I was, we spoke just real quick there. First, I got to say thank you, Tiffany, for how you pour into so many groups in the community. I'm a native Charlottean, and Malcolm, given the work that he does, nothing speaks volumes more than just loving Charlotte all the way around, and you do that so well. So thank you for this platform. At Beds for Kids, we're running deliveries morning and afternoon, Monday through Friday. So we're serving families all the time. So people go, hey, how can I help at Beds for Kids? And I go, hey, why don't you just come walk through the warehouse with me? We're very fortunate with the warehouse we have 12,000 square feet. And so everything's organized, very well. We've been around, as Malcolm said, for 10 years. So we have a lot of learning experiences, a lot of things that we've gone through. But when people come, I give them a tour and give them the history of where we've been. And I tell folks, when you walk through, something you see is going to call to you. I would rather you tell me what calls to you instead of me tell you, here's what you have to do. Because I've got so many opportunities. I could tell you about Rick on Tuesdays that's been volunteering with us for 3 years. He went to school on how to fix lamps. I would have never asked Rick to fix lamps. Bob comes every Tuesday morning. He's part of a woodworkers association here in Charlotte, but he gets things that are right because we do take donations, but the biggest piece of what we require of things that are donated and the things that volunteers help us with is that they are nice enough to go into your home. So I tell folks, once it's nice enough to go in your home, then it's nice enough to go into one of the families we're serving. So rips and stains, that's what 311's for. I don't need that. I can't fix those things. But if you've got good bones, you've got a desk that's really nice, especially in these times. Desks have been huge. I have folks that can sand that, stain that, paint that, and you go, that looks nice and new. And we'll put that on the truck and we'll take it out. And all of a sudden, one of our client families that's been in an empty home is calling in for online classes, sitting at the desk. And so you think about the dignity of that. None of us think about, most of us don't think about children on the floor attending school. So just the pride to be able to, literally elevate in that way is really a gift that we get. So we have, with the quarantine and the different things that we have going on, we keep the group at smaller groups. But I do have a lot of individuals that say, I'd like to come and help and come see what's going on. And then they ask to go on deliveries. And so I have individuals that go in their personal cars. If they would like to stay in the truck and just help hand things out or do whatever, that's a great way to help. And, we're monitoring where we're going, checking those things, making sure we're safe with that. And we spend minimal time in the home setting up and getting everything right where everybody wants it. Pre-COVID, I told people, if you can carry a smile, you're qualified to help a family. So, if you don't want to carry anything, I tell a lot of men and women, if you can engage with the family in a meaningful conversation, just, man, what a great new home you have here. And then the feedback you get with that, pour into that conversation and just look at the other people that are there because we're covered on carrying that in and have a conversation. Nothing is more dignifying than going, you know what, I'm here to learn more about you and care about your family. And that's what Charlotte is. So I have people that come every week because they have come and done that. And they go, that's the most meaningful time of my week. And so with that, we have opportunities of small groups on Saturdays. We're monitoring that as, Governor Cooper and the different things that we have. I keep that at about 8 people. I do have the opportunity to work outdoors, to set up outdoors. So if people want to be spaced out individually or with groups, we're located by the Tool Bank of Charlotte. And I got to give Maureen a shout out because she can provide me with tents so I can have people spaced out everywhere. But we can span out. And so my biggest thing is if you want to serve, I want you comfortable. And I think once you come and do that and you realize, hold up, my time was the gift I needed to provide to make a difference in my community. That's going to be something that you're going to want to return to. And so, the proof is in the pudding of, I can go on and on with stories. because we're just very fortunate to plant seeds and let people know that it's very easy to help your neighbor. Maybe the last thing I would share, I have groups pre-pandemic that went out on deliveries, and I asked a person from one of the banks, I asked the group, I said, how was your delivery? And the lady just started crying in the group. And I joke with people, I go, it was an ugly cry. It wasn't a Carrie Underwood ugly cry. It was ugly. And I went over and kind of put my arm, I said, are you okay? And she pulled herself together and she said, we served a family that lives 3 doors down from me. And she said, for the last 3 weeks, I've been waving at that happy mom and those kids running in the front yard. And I never knew when they opened up the door, that house was going to be empty. And we tell a lot of folks, you can hide poverty behind the front door really well. Mm-hmm. So we all need to get out and get to know our neighbors and love our neighbors, whether it's literally next door or the next neighborhood over. And with Beds for Kids, because we are serving, you could drop pins anywhere in Charlotte, and we've served somebody very close. I can go on with stories, but with that, she got herself together and she said, they invited me to dinner. And I said, wow, how cool of a neighbor are you now? Mm-hmm. And she said, yeah, it's pretty amazing. And so we all kind of got together and we talked about what an honor it is to give 3 hours of our time to go and serve somebody, walk into an empty home and leave it full with a place to sleep, a place to sit in the den, a place to gather to eat. Parents, we all go, man, the dining room table is such a sweet place to sit. But our families, until they have something like that, they go, hey, I'll get food and come home and we'll all sit on the floor and eat together. So again, dignity. I love what I get to do. I'm an old bank guy, and I get to do what I've been called to do my whole life. So thank you for all you do. And just pouring into so many people, because we all need to get engaged somewhere. We have a gift. Go out and give a little time to it, and it'll be toxic for you. No, well, not, you know what I mean. You're gonna want more. So anyway.
Definitely, I agree with you full-heartedly, Kevin. You always want to get more once you get out there. And Kevin, you said it so well. If you can carry a smile, you can help. Whether it's getting out and safely volunteering. I love how he mentioned the face mask and temperature checks and doing it safely, that social distancing, which is extremely important right now.
Yes.
But also from a standpoint of, if you have a special gift, whether it's handyman, working, woodworking, electrical, figuring out how to help, you never know, they might not have that service available. So check with Kevin, find out what they need and see if you can either carry a smile or if you might do something a little more technical. And if for some reason that's not something you can do safely, or it's not something that works for you right now, donations, the monetary donations that they talked about to help them put 2020 to bed between now and December 31st. If you're looking for an organization to give to, Beds for Kids has been around for a very long time. They utilize their funds extremely well, and they've done an incredible job of doing that. So you can give money, but you also can donate furniture. And like Kevin said, don't give furniture that you wouldn't want to put in your own house. But if you have an extra mattress or a bed frame, or I believe kitchen tables, or maybe even some sofas, something that's going to help furnish a home, consider giving to Beds for Kids. And can you tell me the pickup range? I know we have a large audience in terms of Charlotte is a big region these days. How far out will you go? And tell us a little bit about what it looks like to call in the time frame that you typically would come out and pick up furniture.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, we served Mecklenburg County and I believe it's 8 surrounding counties last year. And we try to couple those to be efficient with our truck, because we do pick up. We still are honoring kind of the pandemic protocols. So we do ask folks to get that down and get it by the door, get it in the garage, because we don't want to intrude on your space. And because we are going different places, we're extremely careful in wearing masks, gloves, and everything, and sanitizing things before, they get on our truck. So we're working on things like that. But our range, like I said, I mean, we go states, I guess I would say probably more like Lake Norman, Cornelius area, to Waxhaw, to even, the kind of just a little bit into Fort Mill and whatnot. I would encourage folks, if you're curious, info, I-N-F-O, at Beds for Kids, all spelled out. There you go, at bedsforkids.org. We'll get you an email, and Jordan on our team, who handles our scheduling of pickups, will do that. But I mentioned to you, I took a truck myself this morning and picked up from a really gracious lady that was concerned about the whole pickup process. And so I showed up with my disinfectant, my gloves, and my mask. And she was just a joy to pick up from, and was very comfortable with what we do. Having people that go, thank you, the dignity in which, because we're not just serving the families we're taking beds to, we're serving the families we pick up from. And so it's a whole process of going, that was great to give. It's great to receive. And so we are mindful of the individual, being intentional in how we serve all that we touch. And Malcolm, I don't know if you'd have anything to add to that. I'm sure you would.
Well, I think you can hear the passion in Kevin's voice, and that's to all our organization, from our board of directors to Kevin, to Jordan, that he referred to in reference to our logistic guy responsible for scheduling the pickups and the deliveries, Bruce, our warehouse executive. We all are in this not because it's a paycheck. We just love what we do in serving the community. And as someone who's been in every sector of this community, I see the need. And that's what really drew me to the organization, because I understand that there are literally people sleeping on the floor. And when you tell people that, some people don't really believe that, right? And so that's why when Kevin said some of our volunteers will go on the pickups and on deliveries, they see where their furnishing is going, they see who we're helping, they see that as a community, that we still have to find a way to help our brother, and each one must teach one and reach one. And what we try to do through Beds for Kids is just to reach people where they are. We don't cast any dispersion on anybody for their circumstances. Our goal is to lift them up, and lift them up with a sense of pride and dignity and self-worth. And everybody, Black, white, Latino, regardless of their circumstances, deserve to say their prayers on their knees and jump into a bed.
You're definitely right. A bed is hugely important. And when you think about how many children go to sleep every night without a bed to sleep on, it's something that you really should consider giving.
And I'm sorry, I have to add to Malcolm's point. I have groups, and probably the biggest comment I get when they get back, I go, how was the delivery? As I shared earlier, they go, they were sleeping on the floor. And I went, man, you didn't listen to my walkthrough at all, did you? And that is the case. And we really don't think about that. So I've had volunteers that have come in and ended up in tears talking about, I had a big bank exec. He said his dad worked 2 jobs to get his brother a bed, because he slept in a twin bed with his brother until he was 13 years old. And so we all have people around us have experienced what we see. And I tell folks that come in the warehouse, because we have families that we have served come and volunteer. And I say, you might not know everybody here, especially pre-pandemic, when we had bigger groups, because we're blessed with bigger groups. And I go, what you need to realize, especially in this group, or where you go and serve, when you walk into somebody's house, you will get the gift of realizing that we are all created equal, and that we all are the same. You just have to slow down, look somebody in the eye, and talk to them. And as I explain it, I go, we all have seasons of life. Malcolm, Tiffany, me have seasons that we rejoice about. Malcolm will add a picture of his grandchild here shortly. But I have seasons of life that I don't care to share. And so we're simply helping families that are coming out of a hard season of life. Other than that, they're just like you and me. And what a gift it is to walk with people in our community and love them so well, realizing that we're all the same. We're just walking through different seasons of life. And prayerfully, COVID is a shorter season.
Yeah, Tiffany, I had an opportunity yesterday to go out on a delivery with our guys, and we delivered them a turkey dinner in preparation for Thanksgiving, as well as furnishing. And the wife was at work, the husband was at home. And like Kevin said, we engaged in conversation with him. He said, "I'm just trying to come out, do better. We had a setback, and now we're back on our feet." And he said, "We both are working, and so there's working poor in our community."
Yep.
And he said, "I don't know what we would do without you guys helping us this way for a Thanksgiving." They got a dining room table, 4 chairs, beds for the husband and the wife and the children, a little kitchen set. He said, "I can't wait till my wife come home to see what we have done." And it just kind of hits you in a way that, again, we take so much for granted, and it really kind of humbles you. And I think we all left yesterday with a smile on our face that we did some good for somebody, and more importantly, that they appreciate it and they understood it. And his last words was, "I got to find a way now to pay this forward. I got to help somebody because you guys helped me today." And that was probably my win of the week, Kevin.
Yeah.
That is incredible, Malcolm. Definitely paying it forward, giving back this time of year, whether you're in need and you need to make a connection, or whether you can give and you want to provide assistance. We've got Put 2020 to Bed with Beds for Kids this year, and they're also furnishing futures. So think about what you can do to give back for Beds for Kids. And Malcolm and Kevin, is there anything else you'd like to say in parting words as we leave out today?
Just want to remind everyone to have a Thanksgiving traditional dinner tomorrow. Everybody be safe. Be appreciative of where we are as a community. Remember that next week we are approaching Giving Tuesday, and we hope that everyone would really consider reaching out to us at bedsforkids.org and take a look at our 2020 bed challenge. Help us put 2020 to bed. There's a way for you to help us financially. We would really appreciate that. If there's some furnishings that you have in your garage and you need to kind of make space, we'll happily come get it for you. But we just really appreciate the community, and visit our website at www.bedsforkids.org.
Thank you, Malcolm. Kevin, anything you want to leave?
No, I just say, hey, thank you, Tiffany, and thank you for all the people that take the time to view the video. If you're doing this, you're curious to how to serve your community. So my wish to everybody would be happy Thanksgiving, whether it's a table, a small table or a big table. I pray that you have a great day of cherished memories. It only, some folks will be alone tomorrow. And even in that, there's things to be thankful for. But I'm thankful for my bride and family, wife and son. And so we'll celebrate Thanksgiving, and wish that for you. And Tiffany, you need to get moving because you have pies and other things you're delivering. So you have a tireless day, but I am thankful for you and just so many places that you do that. And I think you would be the first person to go, I do that because I see the end result of what I get to do. You don't have to do it. You get to do it. So thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. I love to do it. I love to give back. I love to get my hands dirty and get involved as well. Those are probably the best days of my life, is when I walk away from a shovel and I've just helped someone put in a new driveway, or I've redone something on Builders Care Day. That always makes a difference for me. But everyone has a different way of giving, a different way of showing gratitude. I'm thankful for being in the Charlotte community because we're such a giving group, a giving region. As more and more people join us in this region, we want them to know there are tons of different opportunities to give back, but Beds for Kids is one of the best. And please support them and put 2020 to bed. They've got strong goals for this year. We've seen an increase in need, and we need your support. We need your assistance. Giving Tuesday next week, and even as you're looking at your finances between now and the end of the year, donate. You get tax write-offs. You also have the benefit of knowing you've helped someone and you're paying it forward to someone else. I'm Tiffany Johannes with RE/MAX Executive and Charlotte Home Experts, but I also am a member of Canopy Housing Foundation, which is a nonprofit side of our Realtor Association. Is how I got to know Beds for Kids early on. And I appreciate their support of the community. And we thank you so much, Malcolm Graham and Kevin Warren, for your time. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.